telling you, dude, it doesn't matter.
You want to remake the room after this, just to make sure nothing bad happens? I guess make a new room after this one.
Oh yeah,
Well, here we go. We got everyone's favorite Mario edition. Piranha Plant out here for viewing pleasure, going up against a little bit more common of a character, I would say, but not the most common, I suppose, in Greninja, a character that is generally considered to be sort of the hidden top tier in this game. There's been a debate for like so long if this character is a top tier or not. I personally think that is set in stone at this point. I think this character has been proved what he could do by so many players, Venia, JW, the works, and now we got JayGrunt out here to prove what he can do against a character like Piranha Plant, who's taken a slight lead so far as he turns around. Neutral reset.
Ooh, and what I noticed at the beginning of the match, I don't know if this holds true, but it looks like Piranha Plant did like a jab, and then as Greninja fell through the poison mist, it kind of did like a little bit of a bounce off the ground, like as if it was like another jab. It's quite interesting. I do want to kind of see that more into the set, but yeah, it looks like they're keys. Even right now, Piranha Plant is with no hesitation coming through and running through a lot of the armor right now, just to kind of keep positioning.
Yeah, Piranha Plant, in terms of jabs, he does have a rapid and a gentleman. And in terms of positioning, I agree with you, Paul Claw. He's got to be really careful against a character like Plant. I mean, not even just because of Plant's down B. This character has a lot more range than it appears. So many people would want to rush down Piranha Plant when you think he would do what seems to be a committal option in down B, like you saw off the level right there, as that trade does not cost any stocks. In down B, you gotta be a little bit careful, man, because upon the actual startup frames of the attack itself, Plant's got a few frames of armor. So you gotta be careful when you challenging that move, depending on what frame, not what frame it comes out, but what time you're actually gonna hit him for. He's gonna scoop him with that fair right below the ledge, poking his head up just a little bit with the Tui right there, and that's gonna be the first stock going to the JayGrunt.
And we're seeing some extra layers in the play right now. Even Skido, the simple thing of him coming back to the ledge, he delayed it specifically to take advantage of those invincibility frames to avoid the water neutral B. Really impressive stuff, but unfortunately didn't hold the stock for long enough. And now he has to make a comeback. Nice damage, but again, even though it's not stale, it's not going to take the stock quite yet into Tui.
Yeah, not yet, and that's actually kind of interesting. From center stage, it still didn't kill. That's really good to know that it doesn't do that against that it doesn't do that at that percent against Greninja, because the Tui, I think, is one of, if not Plant's best moves for just a variety of reasons, and especially one of those reasons is in terms of the fact that I think it is one of his best kill moves. And speaking of kill moves, we got the scoop right there with the up throw. Piranha Plant's kill throw for sure is going to do it against Greninja at that percent. Doesn't matter what part of the stage that you're on. It's one of the benefits of having like a kill up throw in general is that it won't the positioning on stage won't normally matter as much. It's really good for Plant. Now we got the combo down throw out here doing a quick 20% as we edge on throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely said it right. Like, up throw is just one of those things, not like Ness's throw or anything like that. We have to have your back against the stage or be any part of the stage, really. It's all about that verticality. You get that grab, you get that throw up, it's done, man. It's done.
It's just done. I feel like Ness specifically is like the one exception, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Piranha's just exactly like that, man. Up throw, up smash. Doesn't matter where he's on the stage. It's all about that upper blast zone, and if he can get there with the right percentage and the right timing, if it's not stale.
I don't know if you saw how he got that up smash beforehand, man. Skido, I believe Skido, as that back air takes the stock, he narrowly avoided dying right there because Greninja actually only got the first hit of up smash on the platform, and it caused Skido to actually fall down to the left side of the Pokeball in the center stage, and then he got an up smash and killed him instead for it.
Oh yeah, you know what? That is something I do remember.
Yeah.
Amongst all the details, I totally forgot about that. You're right.
No, we were just talking about something else at the time, you know. It's just something I noticed, wanted to bring it up, because I think Skido kind of just got away with murder there, for sure. As he's off the level, able to clear his way back. It's another, like, silly little gimmick of that move, as that Plant is able to utilize, you know. Stage control is such an important thing, of course, and Piranha Plant can actually regain that from the ledge if you're not careful enough against him, just by dropping ledge, utilizing the tweak. What other characters can literally drop the ledge and then place a projectile that powerful on the stage just to secure their way back?
Yeah, what other character could just have that, like, casually just dangle over the ledge and just catch him right with the invincibility frames go off? Nothing else would do it, man. It's just a really subtle, scary option that just really shows the strength of Piranha Plant's ledge trapping. It's right there. Look at that. Wow.
Oh god! I love that mix-up he went for by putting the poison gas cloud by the ledge, trying to stall his jump, catch him with the Patooey, and then shooting it right in case he missed. That was really good ledge trapping coverage right there by Skido, and that is going to be the first game actually going to him. Wow.
Hey, Greninja, I would be frustrated with that miss too. I would want to smack that out of the air, and that's what apparently he went for. Must have been a misinput. He wanted maybe to do a jump from the ledge in the aerial, but he just did a gap attack and got hit.
Yeah, man, you got to watch your buttons against that move, man. I firmly believe that Patooey is probably Piranha Plant's best move, if I'm being completely honest. I think it just does so much for him. It creates a wall for him. It creates a way for him to get back to the stage. It's a good mix-up option if you're stuck in the cloud as well. And it's really scary, too, because, you know, the whole, you know, gimmick of, when he shoots the Patooey up, you can't really hit him with much unless you have a really good invincible option or or utilize the iframes of a grab or not a grab, of a throw or something out of a grab. Because if you just press a button on him, you know, and you can't get out of the way in time, that Patooey is just going to come right back down and land right down on you, man. I think it's honestly one of the most one of the hardest things to deal with when fighting a plant, and I personally believe that if you're trying to learn the Piranha Plant matchup, a lot of it is learning how your character and just in general how to deal with that move. It sort of reminds me of Meta Knight and his dash attack, if you would.
Yeah.
Like, so much of fighting Meta Knight is just learning how to deal with dash attack and just avoiding getting hit by that move, and I feel like Piranha Plant is kind of the same in that regard. You know what I'm not trying to say he's like full gimmick, but I just very much believe that's his best move, and you gotta learn how to work around it.
You really have to respect, like, even on the surface level, man. You try and hit that, it's not like a Gordo, it's not like much else where you can hit it and it's like, all right, that's off my shoulders, that's negated. Nah, man, you can hit that and then poof, you get hit, man, and that could cause you a stock, and it's just really an important all around, because like you said, it's one of the Piranha Plant's best things going on. It's a dodge tool, it's a bait tool, it's a zoning, you know. I might be embellishing it a bit, but honestly, it probably wouldn't be too far from the truth. It's just a really good central tool for Piranha because, you know, besides that, he doesn't have too much if you're not considering like commitment, like, you know, up throw or something, right?
You embellished nothing, my friend. Don't worry about that. I don't think you're lying. I mean, did I use that word right? Did I use the word embellished right?
Did I use it right? I mean, I gotta start from the ground. Did I use it right? I might have tripped you up.
It sounded fair when you said it. But here we go. We got the counter pick out here in full force in Samus, who I believe is a little relative to the weight of Piranha Plant. I do believe Samus, if I'm not mistaken, is a little bit lighter, but is around that general ballpark, so he should be living a little bit longer with this character than he would with Greninja, and I kind of like the idea that JayGrunt is going for here. Samus, he's got like a little bit more and frankly probably better zoning tools against a character like Plant. And what am I trying to say here? Here on Battlefield as well, I feel like he could have a good time juggling Piranha Plant if he's able to actually get him in the air, but that's kind of the risk with taking Plant here as well, because I feel like Plant, with that Patooey, and also with up air, is relatively good at juggling himself, if not better, against a sort of floaty character like Samus, who has predictable landing options in her stalling down B. So I think this pick can come to bite JayGrunt in the butt a little bit if he's not careful, but I think it could also work out for him.
Speaking of biting him in the butt, and look at it, he looked back at it, took that stock, bit him in the butt. It's outrageous. What a guy. What a guy with this shield punish and just taking away the dignity starting out, if he didn't already.
I was trying to speak metaphorically. He literally bit him in the butt. That's actually what
Nintunis doesn't miss.
Can he hear me? Are they like listening to the commentary through the match? I don't know, but that was a beautiful play by Skido right there, utilizing that down B, man. You gotta be careful of that move. And frankly, I think it's another move, not as good as Patooey in the sense of respecting it, but it's another move that you do have to respect. Like right there, you see JayGrunt? He was just holding shield against it again, when frankly, he should have dashed back out of his range and then came back out of it to continue trying to ledge trap Skido right there. But he didn't do that. He's kind of just holding shield against it, and that's how he lost his shield before, as well as scaling the up throw as well a little bit, man. Battlefield has these high ceilings, but on the left, not always as much. Good charge shot to take the shot.
Ooh, let me hold it back there in Tunis for you. I gotta say, I would disagree with that movement option because Samus really had to get at Piranha Plant's neck, and if he did that, he would have lost the placement here. And I do have to dial it back a bit, just noticing like out the gate, the stage pick, the character change, I wouldn't expect it. Greninja to Samus and then go to Battlefield. I feel like this is a Piranha Plant stage, but you know, calling me wrong here, Nintendo's, but maybe Samus is JayGrunt's main. Just a lot of confidence out the gate and just a lot of energy that has not stopped so far, even in the deficit.
Definitely a lot of confidence for sure, but I mean, I don't know if that confidence is going to matter if he keeps putting himself in situations that he's not going to be able to work around. Here on Battlefield, you know, if he's able to get around Ptui and just land on that platform, you know, it's going to send at the... what am I trying to say here? Skido is going to launch the Ptui, the ball, I should say, the spike ball, right back towards the stage instead if he winds up past him. And then he'll just have no way to get around it because he'll be stuck on the platform in between, which could just wind up putting him in a bad position. The kind of position you were seeing him in just now, only as he's finally able to reset neutral again, somehow breaking the mold with that neutral air. But then, like I said earlier on in this set, you know, Skido utilizing the early armor frames of the down B right there, just eating Samus back air, which is one of this game's stronger back airs. Those of you who don't know, on Piranha Plant, just able to armor through it right there, utilizing the good iframes of that move in the back air. Not going to do it just yet while he's still up an entire stock. Oh my god, you see him going for the shield.
Oh man. And you know, you do remind me of something really certain, and I don't know how much longer this match has, what this set has right now, Nintendo's, but I do have to... just shut me up, just shut my mouth like Piranha Plant's on Samus right there. Oh my god.
Oh, check it out. This is the face of a satisfied Plant after a really nice meal. Look at that.
He is panting, man. He is just, whew.
Let's look at that shield break one more time.
And
nice
where are you
shield
going?
Break. Oh man.
He didn't even go for the forward smash. He didn't want to stale it. He just wanted to go for back air instead because he knew it was going to kill from there, getting that extra damage from the poisonous cloud. Of course, normally, you know, you're able to just walk away in that situation. You know, it's just like they told us in the Dare program.